Hey guys, we're going to continue with our labs. I think the last one that I did was 14, so we'll continue with lab 15. So lab 15 is using branching instructions. So these are the unconditional branching instructions, so we're not using any sort of logic with it. It's just a command. And in this case, we're going to recycle one of our existing programs. So we're going to recycle box. We're going to create a copy of it, call it box 2, of course, with our initials at the beginning. And then we're going to use the edit command features to create some new lines and then add some instructions in those lines. All right, so let's take a look at that, see what it looks pretty straightforward. So we only have to add three lines, 2 at the bottom and 1 after the home position. All right, so let's open up the program. So this is NC Box. Let's go ahead and make a copy of it first. So copy, and then we want to call this NC Box 2, and enter. Yes, make a copy. So now we're going to scroll down to NC Box 2. We're going to open that program, and we're going to go just below position register 1, our home call point, and we're going to insert a line there. Edit command, insert, enter. How many lines? Just 1. Enter. And while we're inserting lines, let's just go ahead and insert the lines at the bottom. So the lines at the bottom, there was 2 lines, correct? Let's just check. Ooh, I can't see it for the pictures. Here we go. Yep, right after we go, it's just before end, we need to insert 2 lines. All right, so let's go ahead and insert a couple lines. Insert, yes, enter. How many lines? 2, enter. All right, so now we have the program all set. We just need to add a couple of commands. So let's cursor back up to the top. First command that we're going to add is label 1. So we're going to insert, and then we scroll down and look for the label command. That's going to be number 5, and enter. And we don't want a jump label, not at this point. This is just a label. So we enter label and press a value 1, and enter label 1. And we go down to the end of the program. It is my line 12. And my program has a few more extra lines because I wanted to get started earlier adding the frames, which is very important. And we've already run into some issues with a number of students getting mismatched frames and getting points or creating points that are not possible. All right, so the next instruction is wait 1 second. So let's go ahead and add that instruction. It's F1, arrow down to wait, enter. We want to wait a number of seconds, so that's the one we want. Enter, and we say we want 1 second, and enter. All right, done. Last thing is to implement a jump label instruction. So instruction, cursor down, enter, jump label, that's it. That's what we want. Jump label, this is going to be jump label 1. It's our first one. We already have a label, but we don't have a jump label. Actually, what we're saying is this is where we want to go to. We want to jump to label 1. So label 1 is right up here. So this command is just going to tell us instead of going to the next line of code, go to label 1. You can also call this go to. So jump or go to, same. All right, so we want to go to this label 1, and that's what we want, and it's done. And after we finish, we should be able to run the program. And running the program would look like this. We're going to do a function abort all. And now we're going to select, I'm just going to go ahead and run it in production. Yep, turn off my pendant, run it in production, make sure it's selected, box 2, enter, production. Waiting for production. There we go. So what it's doing is it's just creating the square, and it continues to run the program until you tell it to stop. So in this case, when do you tell it to stop, and how do you tell it to stop? A couple of different methods. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to use the e-stop. Also notice how the robot takes slightly different paths as it rounds, even though it's given the same instructions. This is kind of an artifact of the continuous command, also of the joint command. So the robot doesn't always choose the same route when we're cutting corners or we're using joint commands. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the hold button, and that just holds it at a point. And then from there, you can do a function abort or something like that. Whichever one is either one is fine. So in our case, especially when you're on the actual robot, so the actual robot is going to get damaged if you just stop it by releasing the dead man switch or hitting an e-stop. So don't do that. All right, guys, pretty straightforward, easy peasy. Let me know if you have any trouble.